Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Laura the Love Coach. So today I have an email that I got from a guy. So I'm going to read this email to everybody and we're going to talk about some things that he talks about. Said, hello, my name is James, not his real name, I changed his name. I like to keep everybody who sends me an email anonymous. So anyway, he says, and I wanted to tell you about this girl that I really like. We met at a club and I asked her out on a date. She told me to call her first to get to know each other first. So right there when she says that, that would say that, at least to me, that would say that her attraction isn't really that high for you, because if she was really into you and everything, that she would probably accept a date right away, or at least accept a small date for coffee or something like that. So anyway, he goes on to say, so I text her the next day and we started to talk about our interests. We are both looking for the same things and we have been texting every day. Okay, that's another big one. Don't want to text every single day, right? Our texts used to be long and last a long time, but now when I say hi, I just get a hi back. And she doesn't get into the conversation. I went to ask her out, but we haven't even talked on the phone yet. She still hasn't answered my text this morning, which read, "Good morning, sweetie. What should I do? This girl is so amazing and I really like her." All right, so we get into the point where we talk about texting, right? Texting should not be used like excessively, where you're just like talking to each other, having these long conversations, because it gets boring after a while. And it seems like you didn't ask her out again until, well, you said you want to ask her out, so that shows me that you didn't ask her out. So maybe once you got to know each other a little bit and send a few texts back and forth, you say, hey, we seem like you have the same interests, let's meet up, let me take you out to dinner when you're available. And that would have been a good thing there. But she's not responding anymore. You're just saying hi, she's just saying hi back. So it seems like she's getting bored, her interest isn't there. Women don't want to just be texting someone back and forth forever. It gets boring, and I don't think even men want to do that. And then, good morning, sweetie. You don't even know this girl and you're calling her sweetie already. A lot of women, they don't like those pet names in the beginning because you don't even know her. Call her by a name, ask her out. Don't wait, just ask her out. Okay, so what I would do, I would ask her out, even on a text. Or you could call her, just say, hey, we've been texting back and forth. I'd really love to see you. So when can we get together? Ask her for a date. Just find out when she's available. Ask her on a date. Make the move. If she says no, she declines, I would stop texting her, because it's not really going anywhere here. If you just stay on the phone, it's not going anywhere. Even if you talk to each other on the phone, it's still not going anywhere. So remember, the phone, you don't want to use it for your whole conversation. Because once you tell her everything and talk to her, it gets boring after a while. Who wants to sit there and text all the time? And you're telling her too much about yourself. Leave there a little bit of mystery. And also be a man. Step up and ask her out, because women get bored with that. I've had many men just sit there and text me and text me and text me, and never got to the point to ask me out. I've actually gone so far as asking a guy out who was just texting me constantly all the time. And then he was like, oh, you're forward, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, but this texting is getting boring. And then he never actually even asked me out. So it was like, and then he tried to text me more and more and more. It's like, step up to the plate, ask her out, swallow your pride, and just say, you know what, I'm good enough for this woman. You look like you're a little scared too. I mean, you did ask her out when you met her, but you're not telling me what else happened at the club. We met at a club and I asked her out on a date, so you didn't tell me how you approached her, what you were doing, if she was with other people. So a little more detail here would have given me an idea of what was going on, and maybe a little more detail into what the texts were about. If she seemed interested or anything like that, that would have helped too. Okay. When you text a long time, you keep texting back and forth, you don't make the move, girls, they're gonna think that you're weak. And they're gonna get bored with it. They're just not gonna keep going after you, especially when she's got other people asking her out. Like, that may be the line that she does when she meets people, is like, hey, let's text a little bit, let's exchange numbers before we go out somewhere. And then once they make the move and once they talk to them and get into them, then, you know, they ask her out. And if she's got all these other guys asking her out, you're just sitting there dilly-dallying, like, hey, how you doing, honey? Everything's good? Hey, sweetie? You know, it gets boring after a while. So make the move, ask her out, and keep the text down. Don't keep talking so much through text. You know, a couple times a week is fine. You know, don't send massive texts. I know a lot of guys that just keep sending texts after text after text, and when a woman doesn't answer, you keep sending texts and texts and texts. Why haven't you answered? What's going on? You know, don't be needy. That sounds really needy, and it gets annoying too. Somebody's constantly blowing up your phone all day. I mean, people have lives. They have work. They have things going on in their lives that they can't always respond to your texts all the time. And she may have not responded to this because maybe she's busy. I mean, you said, you know, good morning, sweetie, and this was at night that I got this email, so obviously she didn't answer you that day. So I would just ask her out. If she refuses or she doesn't answer you, then just let her go. You know, there's other women out there, and if she comes after you, you know, then say, hey, I'd love to go out. Let's go out and meet each other so we can get to know each other more and see if we can hit it off. And if everything goes good, keep those texts down to a minimum, right? Because you want a woman to chase you. You want to give her the chance to chase you a little bit. Okay? If you keep chasing someone, something, they're gonna go away from you. Okay? So it's like almost a dance that men and women do, right? You know, you talk to them a little bit, then you leave them be. Let them contact you, then you contact them. You know, you have to have that balance to where they're contacting you as much as you're contacting them. Or even they're contacting you more than you're contacting them. You don't want to keep contacting them too much, but when they put the effort in, you put the effort in. So it sounds like you're putting, you know, you're just waiting. So that's my advice for today for texting. Don't use it as your end all and be all. Make the move. You know, you guys got to be strong. You know, a woman wants to have a guy ask her out, not just sit there and text them and be their friend. That's like something friends do. Friends just sit there and text back and forth. So you want this girl as your girlfriend, or you want to date her, ask her out, make the move. Even though she rejected you the first time and said, hey, let's text, but she obviously responded to you when you were texting her, so make the move again. And if she doesn't respond, just let it be. Then she's not interested, and say, okay, you know, if you change your mind, you know, text me or something, or give me a call or something. Don't keep chasing after her, and don't keep texting her after that, because it's boring. You know, she's obviously not going to respond to you. So anyway, it was nice seeing you all today. This was my video on texting. If you would like to send me an email and I can respond to your email, you can send it to TheRelationshipGal@gmail.com. And if you'd like to book a phone session, it's a paid phone session, you can go on to my website, www.laurathelovecoach.com, and book a phone coaching session. And if you would like me to keep making good videos, if you feel like you got a lot of information out of this video and it helped you at all, I would accept a PayPal donation. I will put my PayPal site in the link below. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And it was nice seeing you all today. Have a good one. Bye.